Okay, now let's just quickly review what we did in the last video. If you remember, we downloaded the template and we put it here. We got the imperial and the metric, and we also downloaded a library of cabinets. So if you can get to that stage, what we'll then do is, sorry, I'll just open that up, and we'll open, I'm going to open the metric template. And we're going to start work from there, just showing you what to do. Now, basically everything in SketchUp is obviously in 3D, and it can be more difficult to position in 3D. So what we have here is two walls, and they're actually components. So it's open to open those walls, to modify them, triple click quickly. Now, as I said in the other video, you need to watch the training videos. This is the push pull tool from SketchUp. Now I've opened that wall, I can grab something and I can vary the width. If you've watched the training videos from SketchUp, you'll have an idea of what I'm doing here. If you haven't watched those videos, you really do need to watch them before we go any further. But basically, well, let's say we take just jumping the gun to give you an idea of what you can do. We'll get our tape measure and we'll come over here and we'll say that we are 700 from that wall to the start of the window. We put that in and we press enter, and we'll say our window is let's say 1800 across. So we'll type that in and press enter. We'll triple click on the wall so you can see it's come live. This will get easier. Just persevere with it. I'm just showing you what you can do, the sort of things. Just you can move this up and down and set the height. So what I've basically done there is I've put these in at the correct position, the correct distance that we want from the wall. So you can set about doing that. So play around with it on your own if you've watched those videos. That'll make it easier. Try and set up the size of your room. If, for instance, this is a doorway, we can measure our wall here and grab our tape measure and see that this wall is 2 meters wide. So let's say we need that wall to be 2500 wide. We triple click to liven the component. You can also, if you're finding, left click 3 times very quickly. If you find it a difficult action, a lot of people aren't used to it, click on it once, right click and go to edit component and grab your push pull tool and come down and grab that edge and start to move it and type in how far you want to move it. So if it's 2 meters and you want to make it 2530, type in 530 and you're making it 530 longer, and you'll find that that wall is now 2530. Click somewhere, anywhere on the blue area to make the wall solid again, and you're in business. So again, as we did here, we can put in our tape measure, and let's say this is a door. We can set the site we need it to be. We can bring this walk down to the bottom with the push-pull tool. We can make it into a doorway. We can spin the room around, and we can make our doorway whatever size we need our doorway to be. So the idea is you stop this video and you go back and you play with you know, on your own screen to catch up and see how you go. Now you can actually pick the walls up and move them out the way. Let's pick that up, let's move it away. This little bar down here is to help me position the cabinets. I'll come to that in 1 second, but we don't need it, so I'm going to click on it. I'm going to right click and I'm going to go and erase it. Click on erase, we'll get rid of it. Now what I want to do now is show you how to introduce that library of cabinets. So we got to window. Window gives you different, you've got materials, styles, there's a whole lot of different windows. So we're selecting the window that we want. So what we want is the components window. The library of cabinets are components. So we select components. On the right hand side, you'll see this little file for selecting a file. And we then go to open and create a local collection. And we'll go to the desktop, which is where I put that library, and that's the library of cabinets. So if you put the library of cabinets on your desktop, select file, come back down, hang on, we'll just show you again. So get your components window, go to file, go to open and create the local collection, go to where you put that library of cabinets, which was the desktop, and just select it and press OK. Now what you have inside your drawing is this library of cabinets that we put in. So here's some base cabinets, and you can select your different. Now it's a limited library. There's a very comprehensive library available for the professional designers, but this library is quite limited. Now we'll bring in that bank of drawers, we'll grab a rotating tool. Again, if you've watched the videos, you've seen this. We're going to rotate it on the blue axis right round. Excuse me. And then we're going to zoom in and zoom out with the wheel on the mouse. It's a great way. You can zoom into where you want things to go and you won't run into trouble. What we want to do now is we want to position this first cabinet in the corner. So we're going to grab the move tool and we're going to click on the point we want to move, and then we're going to move it over to the point we want to move it to. Left click, position it, wheel out a bit, select our cursor. You can also press the space bar, put your click on the blue area, and you've positioned that cabinet. So try and get that. That's your first cabinet in position. We can move our wall back in. You know, look, this is pretty scary, and I know it's scary for people, but trust me, it really is worth getting through these early stages with Google SketchUp, because it really is phenomenal what you can do with the program once you've done those early stages. Now we've got that bank of drawers in, we can click on it, we can use the scale tool, and we can make that bank of drawers whatever size we require them to be. So look, play around with that lot. We'll come back in the second video and we'll try and put in a few more cabinets. Don't get disappointed if you're finding this difficult for the first half hour or so. It takes a little bit of getting used to. I've got a favorite saying with it is everything is an effort until it becomes effortless. It certainly applies with this, but trust me, once you get past the first little stage, you will be amazed at what you can do with this software. So we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.